each and everyone. I am your resident blogger and teacher, serving you another fresh cup of information in this time of the day. For our today's video, we are going to talk about the different models of curriculum evaluation. Curriculum scholars and curriculum workers have identified various models that can be used for evaluating curriculum. Each of these models is a product of endless works of curriculum scholars trying to assess the value of a particular curriculum. The first evaluation model on our list is the Provus discrepancy evaluation model. Malcolm Provus defined evaluation as the process of agreeing upon program standards, determining whether a discrepancy exists between some aspect of the program and standards governing the aspect of the program, and using discrepancy information to identify weaknesses of the program. The Provus discrepancy model provides a basis for evaluating program. Provus considers discrepancies to be the essential clue in program evaluation. Discrepancies point out differences that exist between the program planners think is happening in the program and what's actually happening. Provus recommends that discrepancies occur, either program performance or program design standards can be changed. Three important basis phrases in the Provus model are discrepancy, which means differences, program performances, which means what extension refers to as program implementation, result, and/or accomplishment, and the last one is program design standards, which means objectives. This model for curriculum evaluation was developed by Malcolm Provus in the year 1971 to evaluate projects under the Elementary Secondary Education Act in the United States, using the taxonomy of program content development. By Robert Stake, Provus identified four major stages of conducting curriculum evaluation. The first stage is determining program standards. The second one is determining program performance. The third one is comparing performance with the standards. And the last major stage is determining whether a discrepancy exists between performance and standards. In the year 1997, Ronald Dahl noted that the Provus model has been called the discrepancy model because it compares performance with the standards to determine whether there is a discrepancy between the two. This model enables the curriculum evaluators and administrators of the school to collect or gather concrete evidence on how this curriculum satisfies the set standards. To use a discrepancy evaluation model, one needs to follow these steps. Step 1 is decide which program to evaluate. This might be a new program just being developed for introduction, an ongoing program that may appear to be running out of steam, a program that seems to be working just fine but appears to have switched directions. Step 2. Determine objectives for the targeted program. Questions to be asked are written objectives already available? As participants know it? The advisory committee? If there's any conclusion about program objectives, get them clarified before proceeding. Involve several people and, if necessary, determine objective now to establish the base against which discrepancies can be measured. Step 3. Plan the evaluation. Questions to be asked are: what information do you need to know whether and how well objectives are being accomplished? Whatever information is needed must be possible to collect and reasonable in terms of the work that collection entails. How can you get at that? Which can help? Specialists often help with developing evaluation plans and usually have advice and experience to share. Don't try to reinvent the evaluation wheel all by yourself. Step 4. Follow through by implementing plans to collect information. Step 5. Identify discrepancies between program objectives and program accomplishments. Questions to be asked are: where do differences exist? What have you learned about them, their causes, effect on program, participants, and other pertinent information? Step 6. Plan what to do next. At this point, the discrepancy evaluation model says it is time for revision planning. Either the basic program design standards or performance should be revised so that objectives about accomplishments are consistent. Question to be asked is, what we should change, objectives or implementations? Provus discrepancy evaluation model can help us be in the best way to focus more light on the many excellent features extension programs already have. Tyler model of curriculum evaluation is a second curriculum evaluation model that we will talk about. Ralph Tyler, 1902 to 1994, published more than 700 articles and 16 books. He is best known for the basic principles of curriculum and instruction, which is based on an 8-year study. Tyler posits the problem with education is that educational programs lack unmistakably defined purposes. The Tyler model is one of the best-known models for curriculum development. It is known for the special attention given to the planning phases. It also deductive for it proceeds from the general to the specific. Aligned to his model of curriculum development, Ralph Tyler, in the year 1950, proposed 7 steps for evaluating a curriculum. The first step is establishment of goals and objectives. The second step is a classification of objectives. The third step is a definition of the objectives in behavioral terms. The fourth step is identification of situations in which achievement of the objectives could be shown. The fifth step of Tyler's model is a selection of criterion of measurement procedures. The sixth step is the collection of data about pupil performance. And the last step of Tyler models is the comparison of findings with the stated objective. The completion of the 7 stages will lead to the revisions of the objectives. This evaluation model is a cyclical type of model. Strands of Tyler's model are clearly stated objectives, a good place to begin, involves the active participation of the learner, simple linear approach to development of behavioral objectives. The third curriculum evaluation model is the Staplebeam's CIPP model. The Phi Delta Kappa National Study Committee on Evaluation, chaired by Daniel L. Staplebeam, developed and published a curriculum evaluation model known as the CIPP, or the Context, Input, Process, and Product Model. In the year 2001, Staplebeam defined evaluation as the process of delineating, obtaining, and providing useful information for judging decision alternatives. The CIPP model was created in the 1960s by Daniel Staplebeam and is considered a decision-oriented model that systematically collects information about a program to identify strengths and limitations in content or delivery, to improve program effectiveness or plan the future of a program. Users of this model are often focused on the management-oriented evaluation, as this framework combines 4 stages of evaluation. The focus is on continuous improvement by concentrating on 4 areas of a program: context evaluation, which are the overall goals of mission; input evaluation, which are the plans and resources; process evaluation, which includes the activities or components; and the last one is product evaluation, the outcomes or objectives. Context evaluation, according to Staplebeam, is the most basic kind of evaluation. Its purpose is to provide a strong rationale for determining curriculum objectives. At this point, the curriculum evaluator describes the environment and determines the different needs of the society, school, and students. If there are unmet needs, the curriculum evaluator seeks to find reasons for not meeting the needs. The curriculum context also includes the problems, issues, challenges that the curriculum seeks to address. Input evaluation aims to provide information for determining how resources are utilized to achieve curriculum objectives. At this level, the resources of the school and the different designs for implementing the curriculum are considered. Process evaluation focuses on providing periodic feedback while the curriculum is being implemented. This phase aims to detect the problems in the implementation of the curriculum, provide information for program decisions, and maintain a record of the procedures as it occurs. Product evaluation aims to gather, interpret, and apprise curriculum attainments, not just the end of an implementation of a curriculum. When using the CIPP model, why it is desirable and ideal to conduct curriculum evaluation by looking at the 4 phases identified by Staffelbeam, one can also focus on 1 or 2 phases of evaluation. The next model is the Stakes Congruency Contingency Evaluation Model. Robert Stake, on the year 1975, claims that curriculum evaluation is not complete unless 3 categories of data are made available. Stake's model of curriculum evaluation is more than just an evaluation process. Stake's models also looks at the development of the curriculum. When using this model, it is necessary to compare the developed curriculum with what actually happens in the classroom. The first category is antecedents, the second one is transactions, and the third category is outcome. Antecedents include data on students and teachers, the curriculum to be evaluated, and the community context. Transactions include time allotment, sequence of steps, social climate, and the communication flow. Outcomes encompass students' learning in the form of understandings, skills, and values or attitudes, as well as the effects of the curriculum on the teachers, students, and the school. The data gathered will provide necessary information for the evaluation process. The time congruency refers to the degree of alignment between what was desired and what was actually achieved. Contingency refers to the relationship between one variable to the other, for example, between the curriculum and the community context. Stake's model provides evaluators with an opportunity to compare the desired outcome. The benefit of this is that it is the curriculum developers that set the criteria of evaluation. All the evaluators do is determine if the curriculum performed in a manner that is consistent with the ideas of the developers. The last model in our list is the Eisner's Educational Connoisseurship Model. Eisner's connoisseurship model is an approach to evaluation emphasizing the qualitative appreciation. According to him, it is important to get into the details of what is actually happening inside the classroom. Eisner's developed and proposed the connoisseurship model on the belief that knowledgeable or expert evaluator can determine whether a particular curriculum program has been successful using a combination of skills and experience. On the year 1985, Elliot Eisner provided a qualitative way of evaluating a curriculum. This model does not have methodical procedures compared with other evaluation models. Eisner's model calls for a deeper and wider observation results of evaluation that are expressed in written form. The results, however, are not merely descriptions. They provide excellent and accurate interpretation and appraisal. Connoisseurship and criticism. Connoisseurship is the art of appreciation. It is also an art of recognizing and appreciating. Criticism is an art of saying useful things about complex. This type of thinking has a varied expectations, goals, and hopes for students, requires creativity exploration or investigation and helping others to see what they might not seen before. Aspect of criticism. Number 1. Descriptive aspect. It is an attempt to characterize and portray the relevant qualities of education life. Number 2. Interpretive aspect. It is to enlighten the rules and the regularities. Number 3. Evaluative aspect. The underlying architecture, where judgments are made in an effort to improve the educational processes. It presents a better argument or proper evaluation of results. Using this model calls for thorough and comprehensive observations of classroom and school activities in relation to curriculum. It tries to capture every aspect of curriculum activities, including the hidden curriculum. The emphasis of this model is always on the quality rather than on the measurable quantity of learning and interactions. Overall, curriculum evaluation is important as it is intended to provide meaningful information in almost every aspect of the curriculum. The information or results of evaluation provide strong basis for all decisions done about the planning, design, development, and implementation of the curriculum. Curriculum leaders can utilize the results of the evaluation in instituting educational reforms and in finding ways to make the curriculum more relevant and responsive to the needs of the learners.